Welcome to the new Storage Pool and Policies functions in Tivoli Storage Manager Operations Center version 7.1.1. These updates are important because they give administrators visibility to the rules that govern data retention and placement, so that the administrator can rapidly understand the environment across all the TSM servers. To access the storage pools, click on the Storage Pool tab. Here you'll see all of the storage pools residing on the Tivoli Storage Manager servers being monitored by this operations center. You can easily sort on any of the columns by simply clicking the headers. These columns include information about the storage pool name, the server they reside on, the status they're in, the capacity, their access, the type of data that they contain, the device class they utilize, and if they're deduplication storage pools. If you right-click on the column headers, you can then choose additional columns to be included in your storage pool view. So for instance, I could choose to show reclaimable volumes, and now next time when I log on to the Operations Center, this view will be remembered for my administrator. A specific storage pool, I still have the Quick Look capability, which gives me an overview of this storage pool. In 7.1.1, I can now click on Details. The Details tab will show me the hierarchy of the storage pools, the file pool flowing into the next storage pool of the 3584 pool. It will show me my migration thresholds. And over here, this graphic shows me the number of terabytes that have been utilized over the last 2 weeks, if this storage pool was backed up, if it was migrated, and if reclamation has been run against this storage pool. The Properties panel allows you to update certain properties for the storage pools, things like max scratch volumes, when to start or stop migration, the number of migration processes, the next storage pool, when to start reclamation, and if this is a data deduplication storage pool. You can make changes to this and then simply click Save. The Volumes tab shows you all of the volumes associated with this storage pool, their current capacity, their status, and their access. It also shows percent reclaimable and the amount of reclaimable space on that specific volume. In the summary page, I can also drill down into the next storage pool, and this will give me the same visual information about the capacity and about the utilization over the last 2 weeks. The version 7.1.1 Operations Center has 2 new functions for the storage pools. In addition to the existing backup storage pool capability, administrators can now manually kick off a migration or a reclamation. So for instance, if an administrator came in and found that migration had not run on this file pool, perhaps because there were issues with the next storage pool, the administrator could go into the Migrate tab, choose the duration that they want migration to run, when they want migration to stop, and the number of processes they want to dedicate to migration. They can then click Migrate, and that will kick off an on-demand migration. Likewise, an administrator could choose to kick off a manual reclamation. They would choose how long the reclamation should run, what the percentage empty should be for the reclamation to start, and the number of processes that should be dedicated to reclamation. Then they can simply click Reclaim, and an on-demand reclamation will be kicked off. There have also been some updates made to the policy portion of the Operations Center. The policy page will show the policy domain the server belongs to, the number of clients associated with that policy, the schedules associated with that policy, as well as the default management class, the destination for the backup storage pool, the destination for the archive storage pool, and if there's a space management pool associated with it, that destination also. By selecting a policy and clicking on the Details tab, the administrator will receive additional information about the number of clients associated with this policy, the number of schedules associated with it, what the retention grace periods are, and then they'll have a visual graph of the expiration that's occurred in this policy over the last 2 weeks, as well as the number of objects that were examined for expiration and the number of objects that were actually expired. On the left-hand side, they can drill down into the active policy This will give them additional information about the number of backup versions that are being kept, how long inactive backups are being kept, and how long archives are being kept for that specific active policy. From the summary page, you can also drill down on the number of clients and get an actual list of the clients associated with that policy. Likewise, you can click on the schedules, and that will show you the schedules associated with that policy. So a good example of how this new information can be utilized is if an administrator has to take a specific storage pool device offline, they can easily figure out which client backups will be impacted by not having that device available. We can go to the advanced filtering, we can enter the server name, and enter the name of the backup and restore destination as disk pool. When we click apply, we can then see that there are 429 clients that back up to this disk storage pool. And these would be the ones that would be impacted if we took that disk storage pool offline. So in summary, the TSM 711 Operations Center's new storage pool and policy features will help administrators better understand the relationship of storage pools, clients, schedules, and policies. This will help them with business planning and determining the impact of doing things like taking storage pools offline. There have also been 2 new features added where you can do a reclamation or a migration on demand from the Operations Center, as well as the ability to go into the storage pools and update different properties that pertain to those storage pools. So, give the storage pool and policy functions a try. I think you'll find them a great way to visually understand what's happening in your Tivoli Storage Manager environment in relationship to the storage pools, clients, schedules, and policies.